The company's name is Boldyn, and they got an AT&T deal for San Francisco Transit DAS. DAS standing for what? Distributed Antenna System. If you guys have ever been to like an arena or a stadium or a mall, and you've connected to like your network provider, and it kind of sort of behaves like access points and Wi-Fi, sort of, where they have like specifically for support within that place, right? Because sometimes you'll see like signal is really, really hard to get into malls from macro sites that might be a mile away or something like that, and they can't get into the middle of the mall or the lower level. DAS systems come in clutch. Same thing goes for arenas and stadiums and stuff like that. But I guess transit systems too. San Francisco Transit. All right, so as the story goes, Boldyn Networks is in the midst of upgrading parts of its transit system in San Francisco Bay Area to improve and offer better connectivity to people that ride on their commutes. And AT&T will be the first carrier publicly committing to use the DAS. Okay, so the reason why that wording is important is because that means Verizon could later jump onto this DAS. T-Mobile could later jump onto this DAS. All this in partnership with the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency. Millions of passengers. San Francisco is a big market. It's definitely top 5. I wonder if it's top 4 yet. It might be. Let's see here. It says here it's an extension of Boldyn's high-density fiber footprint in the region that delivers 5G and data center access, enabling connected buildings to better serve residents and businesses across the entire San Fran Bay Area. He says, we've completed a lot of construction work. They're not fast systems to build because we're relatively limited in terms of work windows and access given the train schedule. So basically when there's opportunities where things go down and it's quiet and they can get in and do the work, that's when they do it. So they're working with a tough schedule. They're saying they're done with the initial phase. The entire project will cover 11 miles of tunnels, 11 underground stations, will be complete by the end of the year. It's going to support all the modern networking technologies, so LTE and 5G, support it for all carriers. Like I said, Dish could get on it if they want to. T-Mobile, Verizon as well. AT&T being the first to jump on, but they're saying that we would expect all carriers to be on the system relatively quickly. And it makes sense, folks. You look at how difficult it is to get access to build the networks in a situation like a train and a rail system. You probably just want one company to do it, then everybody with that efficiency can get on. So basically install really high capacity grade fiber and then get all the radio gear, the antennas and stuff like that to support all the carriers' bands. I think specifically what you're probably looking at for T-Mobile is like N41, PCS. Maybe you also need the low band too. Why not? All right, so get the major bands covered for T-Mobile. Get the major bands covered for Verizon, which means C-band for sure. Hell, I say you even throw mmWave in there, straight up. If you can get multiple strand fibers, systems that can support, 10, 25, 50 gig backhaul and stuff like that, really high capacity stuff, mmWave is a slam dunk. So I say do it all. Lots of factors go into the timing of when they can go on air. I don't know. They said, it's not easy to do. I don't doubt it. Guys, by the way, I just covered the story about Boldyn in the Cleveland area. They just did kind of a neutral host network at the Rocket Mortgage Field House in Cleveland, which is where the Cavaliers play and the Cleveland Monsters. And they built the network there, and they're just waiting for carriers to adopt and jump on, which is pretty cool. So, look, this Boldyn company, I think, has a great vision. Right now, the point is going to be getting the carriers to jump on and pay access. Right, and build it once, and it says, build it and they will come, kind of like the Field of Dreams. Yeah, so what I think we're going to start to see is Boldyn is going to be doing all the coordination, right? Boldyn is going to be dealing with the cities, dealing with the municipalities, the permitting, coordinating when the networks are built, constructed, managed, maintained, and then the carriers can decide to pay or not pay to be on these things. And I think it's wise for AT&T to get on this. They've got a lot of usage in this market, right? T-Mobile probably has, I don't know, they probably are the market share leader. It would make sense for them to get on. I'm not sure what the rents are like, what the cost is to be on this network. Verizon should probably get on it too. I know Verizon likes to build their own stuff, but you know how hard it is to build in a situation like this? Those are some crazy circumstances. I say you just let Boldyn build and then you pay the lease, you know, to be on there. That's what I would do. Very cool, though. Very interesting. Look forward to more news like this from Boldyn and these neutral host networks in the future. I think it's a big piece of the future in 5G as well. There are different ways that you can support the SMT. One of them, obviously, is to rate the video. That helps. You interact with the content, you know, comments and likes and shares and those things. But if you want to be more directly supportive of your content creators, the way that you do that is with supports like the Buy Me a Coffee link. You can support us that way. There's also the other, you know, donation type supports. Really what I want to do is grow the communities within Patreon and the YouTube memberships, and more so the Patreon, because I can give you more through Patreon. So if you guys like what the YouTube channel does and you like what it offers, you're looking for a bunch of things like early access videos and additional live streams, you want more of the SMT, that's how you could do it. So I recommend checking us out on Patreon. The link is in the description. But if you don't want to do that, then you can support us lots of other ways. In the description, you've got the coffee link, you've got other stuff. There's ways to support the channel. Of course, if you need service, but you want a good value, you're sick and tired of price hikes, you're looking for a better deal, we have partnered with Mint Mobile. All right, use our partner link. It's in the description. They just increased all of the data allotments on all their plans, and they didn't touch pricing. So the 4 gig plan went to a 5 gig plan. They kept it $15. The 15 gig plan, right, used to be a 10 gig plan, right, and they kept it at $20 a month, right? So they added all this value, didn't even touch pricing. This is why we absolutely must support this company. They are doing good things. I mean, you tell me what carrier is doing this. What carrier gives you more for the same amount of money, right? All these other companies are raising pricing. T-Mobile just increased plan rates, right? Their new plans are more expensive. Verizon is historically known, AT&T historically known for slapping on increases to fees and additional fees and all those types of things. Mint Mobile's different. They're different. They're giving you more and they're not charging you more, right? So if you're looking for a second line, you want to try the T-Mobile network, you know, you're looking for a better value. I can think of a dozen reasons to switch to Mint Mobile. And of course, you can port your number. You can get, you know, phone deals. They'll like, look at this one. It's here at the top, right? We're talking about 6 months of free service when you buy a phone and get their 6-month plan. So you would essentially have a year of service and a phone all on a good deal. Can't beat it. All right, links in the description. Use it. It's our unique partner link, and it will support the channel.